If a Gemini has ever gone from "I love you" to complete silence in 24 hours, don't click away. I am about to reveal the 3 psychological triggers that make Geminis shut down, and the one sentence that can bring them back. But first, let me tell you what happened to Sarah. Sarah thought she had the perfect relationship with Marcus, a Gemini. 6 months of daily texts, weekend trips, meeting the parents, the whole thing. Then one Tuesday, he just stopped. No explanation, no fight, just radio silence. Sound familiar? Here's what Sarah didn't know, and what 89% of people get wrong about Geminis: that silence wasn't betrayal, it was data processing. And you'll understand exactly what data Marcus collected that made him disappear. But first, you need to understand the Gemini brain. Picture this. While you're having one thought, a Gemini is having 7. They're not just listening to your words, they're analyzing your tone, your body language, your texting patterns, even how long you take to laugh at their jokes. And here's the first trigger that most people never see coming. Keep watching, because this will explain everything. Geminis don't just love you, they mathematically calculate your relationship. They're subconsciously keeping score of who initiates conversations, who makes plans, who says "I love you" first. Not because they're petty, but because their Mercury-ruled minds can't help but notice patterns. When Marcus realized he'd texted Sarah first 23 out of the last 30 days, his brain didn't think she's playing hard to get. It thought she's not that interested. But here's where it gets really dark, and this next part happens in 73% of Gemini relationships. You know how Geminis are called two-faced? That's because they can literally see both versions of you, the one you show them and the one you hide. They notice when your "I miss you" text comes right after you post stories with other people. They catch when you say you too tired to hang out, but you reactive on social media all night. Sarah had no idea that Marcus screenshotted her Instagram story timestamps and cross-referenced them with her "I am so tired" texts. To him, it wasn't surveillance, it was confirmation that she was lying. You know how Geminis are called two-faced? That's because they can literally see both versions of you, the one you show them and the one you hide. They notice when your "I miss you" text comes right after you post stories with other people. They catch when you say you too tired to hang out, but you reactive on social media all night. Sarah had no idea that Marcus screenshotted her Instagram story timestamps and cross-referenced them with her "I'm so tired" texts. To him, it wasn't surveillance, it was confirmation that she was lying. And here's the psychological twist that changes everything. Stay with me, because this gets intense. When a Gemini detects fake behavior, they don't get angry, they get curious. They start treating your relationship like a science experiment. If I pull back, will they chase? If I stop initiating, will they step up? If I become less available, will they value me more? But here's trigger number 3, and this one destroys more Gemini relationships than cheating. Nothing cuts deeper to a Gemini than being treated like they're stupid. When you make excuses they can easily disprove, when you gaslight them about things they clearly remember, when you underestimate their ability to connect dots, you're not just lying to them, you're insulting their intelligence. And that's unforgivable. Marcus didn't go cold because Sarah was seeing someone else. He went cold because she thought he was too dumb to notice. Now here's the part where most people mess up their comeback attempt, and I'm about to save you from making this mistake. You cannot logic your way back into a Gemini's heart. You cannot explain away their observations. You cannot convince them their data was wrong, because here's what they're really thinking when you try to argue with their conclusions. They're still treating me like I'm stupid. But, and this is crucial, there is a way back. One method that works 67% of the time when executed perfectly, the Gemini reset protocol. And this only works if you do all 3 steps. Step 1. Complete acknowledgement. Not, I'm sorry if you feel that way, but I see exactly what you saw, and you were right. Step 2. Data correction through actions, not words. Show them new patterns for at least 90 days. Geminis need a large enough sample size to update their analysis. Step 3. Mental stimulation. Bring something new to the table. A new perspective, a new experience, a new version of yourself they haven't studied yet. But here's the warning most people ignore, and it's cost them everything. This only works if your intentions are genuine. Because here's the secret about Geminis that even astrologers get wrong. They don't just analyze your behavior, they analyze your motivations. They can sense when you're performing change versus actually changing. They can detect manipulation like a bloodhound detects scent, and if they catch you faking it, game over forever. But here's the plot twist that explains every confusing Gemini behavior you've ever experienced. That coldness you experienced wasn't them becoming heartless. It was them protecting the part of themselves that you were slowly killing. Their ability to trust their own intelligence. Every time they gave you another chance when their guts said run, they were betraying themselves. Every time they made excuses for your behavior when their mind was screaming red flag, they were choosing you over their own survival instincts. So when they finally went cold, they weren't punishing you. They were saving themselves. And here's the final truth that most people never realize until it's too late. When a Gemini goes cold on you, they're not just ending your relationship. They're updating their entire database of human behavior. You become case study number 1 in their mental file called People Who Waste My Time. And every future partner benefits from the lessons you taught them about what not to accept. While you're out there wondering what happened, they're somewhere else, loving someone who actually deserves it. Someone who doesn't make them choose between their heart and their mind. Someone who matches their energy from day 1. Because here's what Geminis know that the rest of us are still learning. The right person won't trigger their defense mechanisms. The right person won't make them feel like they need to become cold to protect themselves. The right person will love their intensity, appreciate their intelligence, and match their effort without being asked. So here's my question for you, and answer honestly in the comments. Are you the person who experienced their winter because you took them for granted? Or are you the person experiencing their eternal spring because you loved them, right? Geminis, drop your birthday month if you've ever had to go cold to protect your own sanity. And everyone else, if you're watching this because you lost a Gemini, now you know exactly why. The real betrayal was never theirs. It was how you betrayed their trust in their own judgment by making them doubt what they clearly saw. But here's the good news. If you're still watching, it means you actually care enough to understand. And that's the first step toward becoming someone worthy of a Gemini's warmth. Because trust me, once you experience genuine Gemini love, the kind where they don't need to protect themselves from you, you'll understand why people spend years trying to get it back. Don't be the cautionary tale in someone else's love story. Be the plot twist that proves not everyone disappoints. Hit subscribe if this opened your eyes, and comment your sign if you've ever loved a Gemini. Let S see who S brave enough to admit they messed up, and who S ready to do better.